Welcome you all in my industrial chemistry class. As we have discussed in last lecture, the outline of the syllabus, we have discussed that we are going to discuss 6 chapters. Today, we will start our first chapter, that is a modern approach to chemical industry. In last lecture, while discussing the pattern of the syllabus, I briefed about you what industrial chemistry deals with. As I said, industrial chemistry deals with the industrial chemistry deals with the manufacturing of desired product through physical and chemical changes. Fine. So, what is the industrial chemistry? Industrial chemistry deals with the manufacture of desired products through physical and chemical change. In addition to this, yesterday we have discussed that what are the steps involved in the manufacture of the product. There are a number of steps involved in the manufacturing of the products. We have seen that factors yesterday. The first step is needed is what? Raw material. We will see each one of these term and their importance in manufacturing of the products. Raw material, then unit operations. Keep in mind, unit operation is nothing but it is about physical changes. And what is the physical changes we talked about? Physical changes is nothing but like a crystallization, distillation, heat transfer, purification, some of the purification techniques that involves in unit operation process. Third is unit process. You keep in mind onwards that physical operation is nothing but physical changes and unit process is nothing but chemical reactions. Then quality control, quality assurance and other steps also involved. We will see one by one when we will move to the next part. First of all, if you will consider an example of any chemical reactions, now onwards you keep in mind You consider any chemical reactions, you think about that reactions in perspective of chemical industry, in perspective of commercialization of that product. I am giving you one example, very simple example. Consider this is A and B. A is a raw material and B is a product. So, in manufacturing of this B product from the starting material A, this many steps involved, again other steps are also there. So, basically any chemical reaction typically involves this, you take this as an example, A to B, typical process contains raw material, then unit operation, or unit operations. Next, unit process, and then desired product. So, in general, this is the typical chemical process takes place in any chemical industry. Fine. So, first point we will discuss raw material. So, what is a raw material? As I said yesterday, raw material is any substance or any chemical substance which is used to manufacture the desired product. Any substance or chemical substance used to prepare desired product. As I said, you take an example of this one, A to B. A to B involves raw material, unit operations, that is it's a physical operations, then unit process, then it comes to lastly desired product. So, raw material is nothing but any substance or chemical substance used to prepare desired product. You remember these terms in a very simple way, you do not have to go through very complicated definitions or the meaning. Chemical industry is certainly different from other industries. Like the starting material of any chemical industry, either from natural resource or from the certain other industry. Understand what I am saying? Raw material could be the obtained from the natural resources or from the certain other industries. That means product of other industry could be the starting material for the next industry. Fine. So, let me take you to the important point then. You got the raw material. What is unit operation? See, now Again you take or you keep in mind while discussing the chemical industry or chemical reactions, you always remember the reactions or the practicals which you had carried out or which you are going to carry out, you keep that thing in your mind. It will not be the case always that we will use starting material, that is the raw material, directly for the reaction purpose. So, if for that purpose I will give you one example. If any industry is needed highly pure starting material for the preparation of their desired product. Suppose for this reaction purpose only we will take this example. This A is needed 99.99% pure. This is their specification to prepare this B. But in case this industry has obtained or received 90% of this 90% purity of the starting material, then this 90% purity starting material is not good for this reaction, because their standard specification is that industry is needed 99.99% pure starting material or raw material for the formation of this desired product B, but they got this 90% pure product. So, in that case what that industry will do is that they will carry out this unit operations. They will carry this unit operations means physical operations. If you will refer the books, you will understand it again. Physical operations, it contains example crystallization, distillation, again according to the product or starting material, simple distillation and fractional distillation. Next, drying will come into this technique, heat transfer, some starting material or product is needed, heat also before the reaction. Some starting material need drying also before the reaction. Some starting material need the crystallization. Crystallization, the technique which we use to purify the materials, whether it could be the starting material or whether it could be the product. Again, distillation is also one of the purification technique where we remove the unwanted impurities using this technique. This is used for the liquid purification purpose and this we use for the solid purification process. So, for this purpose, once that industry has got 90% purity product, with this unit operation it will get converted into required purity. That will this 90% will get converted into 99.99% purity before the unit process, and before the unit process means before the actual chemical reaction. After converting this 90% pure product into 99.99% product, it will be used for the chemical reaction to prepare their product. Now, unit process deals with the chemical reactions as I have mentioned here. Unlike this one, we know that you have a background of inorganic chemistry and organic chemistry. Now, you may mention reactions like, you take an example like esterification, condensation, alkylation, reduction, oxidation. This is what I am talking all about. This is about the various types of reactions which involved in the industry or in commonly in any industry. Esterification, you take an acid, do reaction with alcohol and convert that acid into an ester. Condensation, you take an aldehyde or acetone or both the aldehydes or both the ketones, condense it, you will get that condensed product. Alkylation, you take any RX product, react with a nucleophile, that alkylation will take place. Reduction, again you take an example of nitro reduction, or in oxidation you take an example of alcohol or aldehyde to get their corresponding aldehyde or acid derivative. So, basically what main difference you got from these two steps is that unit operation deals with the physical changes that is particularly used for the purification process before the reaction, and then unit process takes place. You may add one point here, I forgot to mention. Again unit operation will come into the picture here, then desired product will become here, because after the reaction, after doing this reaction A to B, it is not necessary that we will get 100% pure B. We may get C or we may get D also. Means there is a possibility to get the impurity along with the desired product. In some cases, if you will not get the impurity also, we need to remove the solvent or the starting material from the reaction. So, in that case also we need unit operation. Again you keep in mind, as I have discussed, unit operation is nothing but it is like a purification techniques. In similar fashion, industry will carry out these unit operations after this unit process, because if starting material is not pure, industry will follow these steps to get the pure product with the standard specification. Then that standard specification product, the standard specification starting material will get used for the formation of the product B. In similar way, there is chances to get the impurity like a C or D, or there may be a solvent. So, to purify or to remove that unwanted thing from the reaction, again industry need to carry out this unit operation process. Again unit operation is nothing but it is a purification techniques, and then pure product will get. Understand? So, this is a typical chemical process involved in any chemical industry. I hope you got the process. It is very simple, and throughout this paper and throughout this chapter you keep this flow sheet into or this process in your mind. Okay. So, as I have discussed, raw material is any substance or chemical substance used to prepare desired product. Next process comes unit operation. Already I have discussed what is meant by unit operation. You got the point? I hope it you got it what I have discussed so far. Unit operation means it is the specially designed equipments, specially designed equipments used in process development. Specially designed equipments used in process development or in technology development. Now again, as I said, while understanding this subject, you imagine the reactions which you have done so far at your level in your practicals. Specially designed equipments, see, when you work in chemistry laboratory, in chemistry practical, you work on a very small scale reactions, on a milligram or maximum gram scale reactions, but industry works on kilogram and even on 1000 or 100 kg scale. So, for that purpose, industry will not use the techniques which we are using at our laboratory level. So, industry needs some equipments or specially designed equipments to conduct these operations. You understand what I mean is that, suppose you take an example of crystallization or you take an example of drying process. Usually in conventional way at laboratory scale, we dry the product at room temperature, but industry will not work out like this. Industry have special designed instruments like centrifugation techniques or centrifugation instruments. They load their compounds in kg or in 1000 kg, 500 kg, 100 kg in that centrifugation unit, and that centrifugation unit will dry the product instantly or within some minutes or hours. Otherwise, to dry the product at that large scale, at that large level, at that large scale, it is quite difficult. Understand, because industry have particular SOP. SOP is nothing but standard operating procedure. Accordingly, industry need to work out, because that process is designed according to that process. Industry need to work on that scale. Understand? So, you keep in mind, you imagine small scale reactions, how it works on large scale reactions. Imagine we are working on 1 gram scale, 1 gram, 2 gram scale, and industries are working on 100 kg, 500 kg, 1000 kg scale or even more than that. So, in that way you think about the reactions and imagine how the reactions will reactions are working in industry. When you will think like this, when you will imagine the reactions like this, then this subject you will understand very easily, and you will be more curious to understand what process or what techniques industry is using to work out this process. Okay. Then next, unit operations. As I said, unit operation physical changes and unit process is chemical reaction. So, unit process is nothing but commercialization of chemical reaction. See, I am discussing each term in a very simple way, so that you can understand it very easily. Understand it and you can keep with you for a long time also. Commercialization of chemical reactions, commercialization of chemical reaction. See, this word is very important. As I said, we are working on a small scale for practical basis or for practical purpose, but industry is working any reactions in view of commercialization. So, commercialization of chemical reaction, and what is their important motto? Their important motto is to prepare this product on large scale on commercial level in an economical profitable way. Commercialization of chemical reaction in an economically profitable way. So simple. Unit operation is a specially designed equipments used in process development or in technology development. Unit operation deals with the chemical reaction. Basically, it is a commercialization of chemical reaction in an economical profitable way. Industry is not interested at all to work on any process or on any technology which is not economically viable or economically profitable. Understand? So, you got that, you keep that process in your mind, raw material, unit operation, then unit process, then followed by again unit operations, then finally desired product. This trend is very important for you to understand this whole chapter, and the whole scenario happens in chemical industry. Now, we have seen three terms, that is a raw material, unit operation, unit process. Ideally, though it is discussed in the books quality control and quality assurance, but prior to this research and development comes into the picture, because this quality control and quality assurance comes into the picture when we design the process on large scale, on commercial scale, when it goes to the manufacturing process actually. Ideally, after this unit operation or unit process, research and development comes into the picture. Research and development. If you will see this word research and development, if something is about to invent in a very simple way, we are talking about invention, research and development. So, what is a research and development? Research and development is nothing but to take creative work, to undertake or creative work. See, I have used this word creative work because it deals with this research. Creative work is nothing but it is about the research. Creative work undertaken on a systematic basis. Creative work undertaken on a systematic basis to increase the stock of knowledge, to increase the stock of knowledge stock of knowledge and eventually to develop the new process technology. Got the point? What is the research and development? It is a creative work undertaken on a systematic basis to increase the stock of knowledge and eventually to develop the new process or technology in industry. Okay? You keep in mind this research and development is very important, or it is a integral part of any industry, not only chemical industry but even other industry also. Why is it so like that? Because industry need to upgrade themselves according to the time, according to the competitiveness in the market. Means as competition will move, industry need to upgrade their products. I have many examples in my mind to give you. You take any example, at one time they were on the peak in the market. You take an example of even cell phones which we are using, or any products which we are using, you take an example. They were now almost disappeared from the market. Why it so happened like that? Because they have not upgraded themselves, they have not emphasized on this research and development. And nowadays we are seeing many industries or companies, or the companies which we have not heard at that time, that are on the peak now, because they came up with the new process and new technology. So, at least from this my sentences, you must have understood one thing is that research and development is very important to sustain you in the market, to upgrade your market, to reduce the cost of your